Yo, what is up everyone? So I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I'm a big horror fan and I wanted to do the top 10 horror movies, in my opinion, of 2016. And I've just been putting it off, been doing other comic book related stuff. For you guys on Twitter telling me I need to do some more Marvel videos, don't worry, that's coming soon. But I figured if I was going to do this one, I better get it done since it's going to be it's almost February. So I hope you guys like horror movies, and these are just my opinions. So if you disagree with me, don't murder me in the comments, please. So let's start off with number 10. The Autopsy of Jane Doe, starring Emil Hirsch, Brian Cox, and Ophelia Lovibond. And she plays the naked dead girl who never moves. The idea of this movie was pretty original, but the spooks were pretty trite horror fare, but it was fun and had style. Norwegian director Andre Øvredal, who also directed 2010's Troll Hunter, was recently on fellow horror director Adam Green's podcast, The Movie Crypt, and it gives some inside insight I felt made watching the movie more enjoyable, so check that out. Alright, number 9, Rob Zombie's 31. A lot of people hated this film, but I really liked it actually. The story is totally unoriginal, which Rob Zombie even admitted, but like The Autopsy of Jane Doe, it gets big style points. By far the best thing about it is Richard Brake's maniacally charming portrayal of the murder-for-hire psychopath Doomhead. Richard Brake is a great actor who can be absolutely terrifying, and you might know him as the Night's King in Game of Thrones. Alright, so number 8, Lights Out. This movie is creepy as fuck. With an angry stalker ghost who can move only in the dark, you'll definitely remember it later when you can't sleep because you're staring at a shadow in the darkness waiting for it to move in your room. Alright, moving along to number 7, 10 Cloverfield Lane. This movie surprised me. It took a while for me to watch it because I just wasn't that excited for it, but I was pleasantly surprised when I did. The sci-fi horror element doesn't come in until the last 30 minutes or so, but the whole movie is entertaining, and it makes me more enthusiastic for the God Particle film coming out in October, which is reportedly the next film in the Cloverfield universe, or the Cloverfield franchise. Alright, number 6, The Green Room. So I believe this was sadly Anton Yelchin's last film, where he plays a guitarist in a band that witness a murder and are hiding from homicidal skinheads led by a Nazi Professor X in a shitty club. It's very good and very intense. Okay, number 5, The Conjuring 2. In my opinion, usually the best horror films are those of the low-budget indie variety because they will take chances big studios will not, and it's not like a retro 70s style haunted house film hasn't been done hundreds or thousands of times, but rarely are they done this well. If this list was based purely on scares and entertainment value, then Conjuring 2 would probably be number 1 at the top of the list. Okay, number 4, Train to Busan. Fuck, this movie is intense. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a Korean zombie outbreak film set mostly on a train and is right up there with 28 Days Later as one of the best zombie films I've ever seen. No spoilers, obviously I said that, I'm not going to do spoilers in this list, but just see this movie. Don't watch the trailer or don't look too much into it. It's just best if you just go into it cold. Alright, number 3, Don't Breathe. This was probably the most popular horror film of the year, and for good reason. There's no paranormal happenings in it, just a scary blind veteran that shouldn't be fucked with. It's the type of movie that if you watch it at night, it won't keep you awake because you are scared, but because your heart is still racing so fast from watching it. Okay, moving along, number 2, The Witch. This movie was so good, and what's more impressive is that it's writer-director Robert Eggers' first full-length film. It's about religion, superstition, and of course, witches. It's about a family in frontier-era America. It stars a goat, 2 little shit twins, and actress Anya Taylor-Joy as the main character. And she's been killing it lately, especially in the horror genre, as she was the star of The Witch, as well as Morgan and Split, well, along with James McAvoy in Split. Okay, now we're down to the last one, number 1, The Neon Demon. From everything I've seen online, people are divided on this movie, as in they either love it or hate it. Obviously, I absolutely loved it. It might even be my favorite Nicholas Winding Refn film. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's the director and man behind Only God Forgives, Drive, and both starring Ryan Gosling, as well as Valhalla Rising and Bronson with Tom Hardy. What was cool about Neon Demon is I didn't even know it was a horror film until I watched it. The trailers didn't reveal much, which I love, only that it's about a young model starting her career in LA and the psychological effects of vanity. Alright everyone, that's the list. Thank you so much for watching. Got more Marvel stuff / MCU videos coming and some other stuff as well. Sharing on social media is also awesome. Please hit that like button if you liked it. And you can follow us on Twitter at KindaCulty on Twitter. And we'll be back with more videos soon. I'm Tay, and I'll talk to you guys then.